Hey guys, it's Tanya, and today we are back with a 9 by 12 inch envelope chronicle. Okay, so this is what I have left. I have 3 left. We're going to work on one today, right? And if you missed the other video, please go check it out. We made this in the other video, right? And it is the same style envelope. And today we're going to be making this, okay? So I hope you guys can see that. It is, it measures 7 by 4 1/4, okay? I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so with this one, I decided what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a complete flip through at the end, but I'm going to show you what we're making now, and I'm going to show you how to score the envelope, and then I'm going to go through and show you exactly how I decorated it. That way you can kind of see how I decorated it and then get your ideas from there, okay? So this is the front and this is the back, right? And then, and I used, because we're using what we have, right? So I used the Tim Holtz, I know you guys probably already have this, the Ideology Yellow Palette Collection. This is the one I used, and I used some sheets from the 12 by 12, and I used pretty much all of the 8 by 8. I think I got 3 full sheets left out of that. So I did pretty good, right? Using up our paper. Okay, so it opens up like this. Let me move this out the way so you guys can see it, right? It opens up like this, and then this part opens up like that. Then you have this, which is just a flap. Then you have this one right here, and you have a pocket. I think this is a belly band that I just put stuff in. And then, hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Then it flips down like that, right? I just added a piece and flipped it down. And then you have a pocket right here. Put that over here. Then it flips like this, right? This is a section right here. It's just a pad. This flips over like that. And this part flips down, right? And it flips out like this, right? And then, I think that's it. And then this part I made to flip like a little envelope, right? Okay, we'll go through it completely, but this is how the envelope is laid out. All right, and so you can kind of see the envelope in here already, and I'll show you guys how I did it. Okay, the first thing I did was I took out the this metal piece, and right, so we took out the metal piece, and let me get my little diagram so I can know what I did. Okay, then I folded it in half like this. Right? I fold it in half like that, right? Then what I did was I folded it up to the 7th and 1/8. All right, so from here I measured 7 and 1/8, which is right here. So I'm measuring from this fold part all the way down to 7th and 1/8. Let me get that. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to score this, and I'm going to score this one as well. Okay, let me get my scoreboard. Okay. Move this out of the way. All right, so we're going to score where I made the mark. Uh-oh. You see that? It went crooked. Okay. Make sure I score it good. Okay. And then we have this part. Right? Is while we're doing this, I think we're going to put a 1/4 of an inch right here. So we're going to make it a 1/4 of an inch gusset. Okay, don't put your scoreboard too far because you're going to need it again. Okay, so the first thing I did was I cut down the middle. So we're going to cut right here like this, okay? And I hope I'm doing this right. I always make it and then I write it down, but I should start taking screenshots of what I'm doing, because when I write it down, I kind of miss some parts, right? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cut a little bit off of there, right? And you know what? I was going to get my scoreboard, but I could just do it with a ruler real quick. I don't really feel like lifting up that heavy scoreboard. Okay. So we're just, you guys can see what I'm doing, right? I'm just going to line it up, and I'm just going to take, oh, y'all, a slither. Just that, you see that baby piece? That's going to take it off, okay? Look at that. Just a slither, right? That's that. Okay. Now we have this, right? Easy peasy. Okay. So now this is the part where I kind of did some finagling, okay? So when I was doing this, I had originally made all the score marks to be 1/4. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So I realized that I needed some more space over here, right? So we're going to make this half, I think this is a 1/2 inch gusset. Right. So we're going to make a 1/2 inch gusset on this side, right? Just on this side. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to line it up to this score mark right here, and I'm going to mark my 1/2 inch. You guys know I always mark, okay? So that's going to be a 1/2 inch gusset right there. Okay. Now, when I do these, when I do this part, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to cut before we do that. Before we do that, I'm going to score this at, oh, let's do a 1/4 of an inch score mark on this one, so we can have a gusset that way. So this is where the line is, and I measured a 1/4 of an inch away from where the line is, okay? And then with this one, I realized that I needed some more. I think I did this one a 1/4 originally, but we're going to do, let's do a 1/2. Let's do a 1/2 inch. So we're going to score that. Okay. And I'm going to show you how it looks scored before we start cutting it. Okay, y'all. So I scored it. Oh, can you see that? Yes, you can. I scored everything that I said I was going to score. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut. So in my prototype, I did not put any washi, but I would advise you to put washi in it. Okay. Like that. And make it as neat as you can. You guys are probably way better at cutters. Is that the word? Cutters than I am. I always cut crooked. Okay. All right. So we have that. And then on this one, is that right? Yes. But I think I made the space a little bit bigger. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. Yes, I did. Okay, so I cut it to where, so if you put it right here, you're going to have to cut some more off. And I should have scored this at 3/8. So if you score it at 3/8, you'll be fine. But if you don't, just put it to like the 1/8 on one side, and then put it on the 3/8 on the other side, and you should be good to go. All right. So I'm going to make a line and right here, so you have a little bit more room. Right, so we cut that, so it'll be a 3/8 gap. Right, that was not in my notes. I just happened to look over and realize that that gap is bigger. See, that's what I told you. I don't take good notes. you know. So I'm just gonna start doing screenshots. Then I'll know then I'll know. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, we have these, and guys, you can make this better. I'm just showing you, right? You can make this cleaner. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? Okay, so now you have that. So everything is good, right? Now we're going to cut along these lines, right? Well, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm doing it right. Yes, we're going to cut these. Okay. We're just going to cut it to right here, right? Where we scored. Or where we, let's cut it right there. Like that. Now, you're going to, once you cut it, you're going to take and cut a little bit more because you're going to want it to fold nice and neat, right? How it's going to do. So it's going to do like this, right? And you see that? We're going to have to cut this little piece off. You want it to be really, you want to make it a really nice fold. You want it to be able to fit all your pockets and things like that in there, right? And I just did that. Okay, so that's going to fold up like that, right? And then we're going to have the other one. I'm going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a line right here. We're going to cut that off to right there. And then we're going to cut this piece like that, right? So you're just literally cutting the other pieces to this part, right? To whatever you have on the other side. I hope this is making sense because I feel like I'm making it very complicated when it's not. I'm just making sure that everything fits, you know? So your measurements might be a little bit different than mine, and that's okay. If you want to cut more off on your flaps, do that. You know, I'm just showing you what I did, okay? And I think I just cut more off, but it's okay. It is still fold up, right? Okay, there we go. All right, so we have that. And then let's make sure we bend it right. Right, so we have this, right? So this flips out, right? And then this flips out, right? And then this flips up. It flips up like this. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see, can you hear that? You hear that? That means that it's catching. So what we're going to do is we are just going to take a little bit off. We're going to score it right here and we're going to take some off. And if I have to do that, yes, I'm going to have to do that to that one. So what I'm going to do now, and guys, and if you were a proficient measurer, you know, a professional measurer, you wouldn't have to do this. But I am not. I learn by trial and error. So it is easier for me to do it this way. If it's easier for you to do the other way, do the other way. You know, just make your gusset bigger, da-da-da. All right? But for me, it's not. I have to see it. You know, I have to see it and then like, okay, this is not going to work. Let me do it this way. So I am going to put a 1/4 gusset right there. And then I'm going to cut these down. That's what I'm going to do. I'll show you. So I'm just going to make that 1/4 like that. Like that. Do this one. Like that. Like that. And where I made the line, I'm going to cut it off. And that should be it. Okay. And then you should have your folio. Right? It wasn't very hard. It's just, you know, I'm just not good at measuring. I try to be, so you guys can like learn and see what I'm doing, but I'm not so good at it. All right. Straighten that up. Make it straight. Make it look good. Da-da-da. All right. So this is what I was telling you. you're going to need to put the washi there. I would definitely put the washi in the creases. Or masking tape or fabric, whatever you want to use. Washi is just easier to use. All right. Okay. Make sure I got it right. Yeah. Don't cut that. Don't cut that. Okay. Okay. See how those are not the best right here? And you see how I just cut that? That's why you need washi. Okay? Okay. All right. So you have your basic fold. And what I did was I took and I cut this piece off. Right? So I cut it right here. And then I'll show you. Cut this off right here. Okay guys, all I'm doing is rounding the corner, right? And it's making it look harder than what it really is. And it's not hard. You just have that little piece that's, I don't know, the hole reinforcer there, that thick hole reinforcer there. Okay. And you could use your corner rounder. Mine just was acting crazy. Okay. And that is it. That is your folio design, right? So let me show you. Okay, got these two, got this one, and you go, I think it folds up like that. Then this one, like that, goes over like this. This goes over like that. This goes up like this, see? And then this goes down like that. And there you go. That is it. So what I did was, I did round some corners, and I'm going to show you guys if my corner rounder works. I did large. I always do large. I don't know why. So large. I rounded that corner. And then I think I rounded these corners right here. Okay. And then I rounded these on this flap. Okay. And I rounded this one. That didn't even rounded it. Nope. Oh, come on. I need to get me a new rounder. I guess maybe it's getting dull or something. Maybe. Okay. That is it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. That is the fold, right? Okay. So now let's walk through how I decorated it. Okay. So these are, if you have watched my videos before, this is all the things that I have done in previous videos. You guys, I don't really deviate when I'm decorating. I just do pockets and tuck spots and things like that, right? Okay, so we're gonna start from the front. Let's start from the front. Okay, and the object of these things are to use scraps and to use what we have, right? So that is the object of it. All right, let's fold that right so you guys can see. Okay, right. Got it? Okay. This is it. All right, bottom piece, I used some scraps. I used something to back. I just tore a piece off, and I added a brad, crooked, but I added it. I used my 1-inch circle punch to add the hole reinforcer, sewed it, made it a pocket. Okay, flip down. I used another piece of scrap and I backed this and I just tore it and made a corner pocket. So that is that scrap corner pocket, right? Then you flip it up or you flip it out, right? Like this. Okay, so on this side, what I did was I just made a side pocket, used my 1-inch, right? And all I did was put a piece to mat it, found a little scrap, made that into a pocket. Okay? All right. So right here, can y'all see that? Yes, you can. Right here, is a belly band. And yes, I know it is upside down. Y'all, I didn't feel like fixing it. But it is a belly band, and you can put something in there. So we have just matted and another scrap, and I just made it into a belly band. So I was trying to use up every bit of scraps I could. Okay, so let's go. That's right. Okay, so right here, another piece of paper, another scrap, and another scrap. So all I did was, so you guys can see, all I did was added a piece of paper. I cut this at an angle, and I put a belly band right down here. So you have a pocket and a belly band. So this would be a pocket and a belly band, okay? All right, so that's how I did that. Oh, these envelopes that I am using in this are from Genevieve Designs. Guys, don't every template she has ever made, right? So I just go through her templates, pick out the envelopes and tags, and reuse them in other things, okay? So we flip this over, and we have a pocket, right? Just like that. And this is just some vellum that I used my, what is that, guys? What is this? Stencil. I'm always using my stencil. My stencil, my Tim Holtz stencil, and just stenciled it up a little bit, right? And this is, I tore it, and then I just cornered and sewed it. So that is that, right? So on this one, right here, like we did the other one, I took a piece and I added a flap right here. So that's the flap, right? So this part, I just added one of the Tim Holtz frames, and I used that as a pocket, right? So that is a pocket. And then I just folded up a piece of paper and made it into like a little floating library card, okay? And that is that. So the key to me to making your folio, your journals look good is layering. Just layering. Just putting as much stuff on top of each other that you can, okay? So this one is blank, so that would be blank. So on this part, all I did was matted it and added a scrap, tore it on both ends, and made it into a belly band. That is it. This is from Genevieve Designs. I think this one is from the Wonderlist. And so I just made that as an insert, right? So when we flip it over, let's flip this back up. Okay, when we flip it over, you're going to have, let's put this down, you're going to have two pockets. So what I did is matted, used a piece of scrap, I was going to say a sheet, a piece of scrap that I had, and I just made it into a pocket like we did on the other one. Really easy. So it's nothing too hard, you know? I tried to make it as easy as possible. And so when we flip that over, we have another pocket. All I did was matted it. All right. I'm going to show you what I did. And then I added a little tore off piece in here as a pocket. I added some Velcro. And then I just put, this is Tim Holtz. I just made this into a flip pocket like that. Okay. All right. So that's that. All right. So this one, hold on. We're gonna get. So we have this part right here, right? Let's do this. So we are on this part, and what I did with this, y'all know, I just added a envelope. So I had a couple of the scraps left, and what I did was I just made a flap up and a flap down, added a little pocket right here, like a little belly band, and added two flaps like that, right? Just like that. And then I have another envelope, and this is used to hold it together, right? Okay. All right. And then this middle part, guys, okay. So this part right here, this middle part, right here, same piece, right? All I did was matted it, and I have some aged paper, put some, I punched 2 holes in there, added them like a little pad. That's it. And I glued it down. That's all. And you can take the pages out once you once you write on them and refill it, right? Okay, so that is that. That is all that I did for this part. Really easy, but it looks so complicated, but it's so easy, right? Okay, so now we are on, let's fold that over, okay? Now we are on this part right here. So what this is, when you flip it out like this, all it is a pocket, right? So we have a pocket right here, and then we have a little flap that opens up. I'm going to show you. See? Just like that, right? And this pocket, I'm pretty sure is upside down, but that is okay. You would put it right side up. I just put it upside down, okay? So that means the flap would go up here, and then this cutoff piece would go down here, and that would be your pocket, all right? But it's all right. Okay, so when you flip it over, you have, what did I do? Guys, this upside down too? Yep, this is upside down too. Wait a second. Yep, I made this upside down too, but hey, it's okay. You won't make it upside down. You're going to make it right side up. Okay, so all I did was matted it, right? And for some reason, I don't know why it's upside down. Huh. Okay. Anyway, you're going to, y'all, I can't believe I made that upside down. Did I make that upside down? Let me see. Let me see. Well, let me see. Yeah, I made it upside down, y'all. All right. Anyway, that is why you're supposed to go and check your work, but I didn't. Okay, anyway. Okay, so, easy. All I did was add it. Okay, easy. All I did was matted it, add a pocket from a scrap. This is an old Tim Holtz. Then we just added 2 flaps, right? Added a belly band right here, and then we just tuck the flap in there like that so it stays closed, right? And then this is supposed to be where you can put like something right there too, right? Okay, this one was supposed to be this way. So all I did was matted it and added a paper clip like I always do. You guys have seen me do this before. And so you can hold something, a picture, whatever. But I just put a die cut that I had in there, okay? So that is that. I can't believe I put them upside down. Oh, well. Okay, so did I already show y'all this part? I think I did. Yes, I did. We already went through that. Okay, so that would be that. All right, so let's do the back really, really quickly. Let me show you the back. Wrap all this up. It's so cute, y'all. I think it turned out really cute. Okay, back. This is the back. Okay, so this is the back part right here. Right? Can you see that? Okay, so all I did was I got a piece of, this is Tim Holtz. I don't know. It's like an old Tim Holtz that I had found. And I just matted it on the back. And I added one of his ephemera pieces as a pocket right here. And that is it. And this is another envelope from Genevieve Designs. I really think these envelopes came from, I told y'all not to ask me, but I think they came from Remnants, Lovely Layers. I think that's what the template is. And the Wonderlist template. Okay, anyway, so that is it, y'all. That is the newest one of our envelope chronicles. And I think it turned out spectacular, right? Just cute. I think it's so cute. Really cute, right? And then this is the other one. So, you know what I was thinking? We should make one that's this size, but like this way, right? I think that would be the other one that I work on. And that will probably be the last. That way, and we'll probably use Tim Holtz for that one too. That way, you can kind of stack them on top of each other. You know, that would be cool. It would be cool if I could put it in there. I gotta work on it. I gotta see. But I think I got maybe 1 or 2 more envelopes that we can do, and I got a couple more ideas. So fingers crossed that I can get those to you by next week. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please ask me. Don't hesitate. I will do my best to answer the questions. And God bless, guys. Bye.